What is going on, guys? We live just on YouTube. Monsieur. Did I say that right? Is that a French thing? Oh, fuck. I forgot to do the thing. Now, I don't know if YouTube is going to, if they're going to punish me, or if French is bonjour. True. French is bonjour. I don't speak French, though. Also, hello. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining. It's fucking hot, and I have no lemonade. Truly a terrible combination. Heat plus no lemonade? L. Heat plus lemonade? W. I truly feel like I'm in the devil's ball sack, which is not fun. Doing good. Catchy running nice on your ThinkPad. Oh, based. Catchy was okay. Catchy Linux. It was good. I used it for a brief period of time. It was all right. I think, though, I do think that Lenovo should be sucking the Linux community's balls for keeping ThinkPads relevant for so long. So much e-waste saved, and so much of society, so much e-waste, so many things saved because of Linux. Truly. So many, like my ThinkPad, I have a ThinkBook. I have a ThinkBook, and my ThinkBook literally was just going to get thrown out. I worked for a company, they went out of business. Pro tip, if you want to get a good enterprise level laptop, or just a laptop in general, look for companies that are going under, that have liquidation sales, and ask them like, hey, are you selling any servers, any computers, laptops? You might get a sick deal, because they're like literally just throwing it out. They had a hard drive. Some retard bought all their hard drives thinking they could resell them. And I'm like, you're dumb. No one's going to buy these. I was pissed because I was going to buy them and use them. But he was like, he like paid a stupid amount for them. I'm like, you got ripped off, and B, should have let me buy them, because I would have shown him like, hey, you guys are overcharging for these. I got a sick deal on my laptop though. That I cooked them on. We're gonna do the white deck. The white deck. White deck. Microsoft be like, screw your PC, buy another one. Meanwhile, one of these drops Universe for real. I do think it's funny. I do think it's kind of funny though. Lock in, keep. Microsoft was like, hey, we have these strict, insane requirements. These insane strict requirements. we're gonna make it so difficult for you to enjoy Windows that it's gonna hurt you. And it's actually retarded. Not only you're hurting your users, but you're fundamentally hurting you're hurting your cause. And we're finding out that Linux is more efficient and faster in gaming right now. And I'm like, I wanted to find the meme when people are coming out with these benchmarks, and I'm like, we know. Like, we know this. This is super fucking well known. Linux is so bloated. You can really cut a lot of fat out on Linux, to be completely honest. It's insane how well you can optimize it, how well games are going to start playing. Oh, damn. Already cooked them, guys. Hell yeah. So I say in hindsight, Microsoft is fundamentally cooking themselves, which is a good thing. We got PewDiePie, literally, it's going on his free and open source fucking arc, which is based. One of the biggest at the time. Well, he's still a huge, he's still a huge channel. I don't care what people say. I don't consume his content, but I like that he's finding out, like, hey, free and open source is great. Hey, we need bigger channels to embrace FOSS software. It's awesome. What's even more awesome is, I mean, Some Ordinary Gamers he's huge. He's not small. He's got 3 million subs. But he's like niched. Like, everyone knows PewDiePie. A lot of people maybe not know Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers. Even non-normies know. Like, normies, like, just non-internet people know PewDiePie. You know what I mean? So, like, it's not fucking... This isn't just, like, some random guy. Like, if QXC was like, all right, guys, I'm going to do Linux, I'm going to be like, based. Guys, he's like, I'm going to install Linux and stream now and talk really slow like an emote. That'd be based. And there's probably like Linus Tech Tips is like huge, but he's like, I'm gonna test Linux, and then he's only doing it for clout and like clicks. He's not really. Felix is like, I don't care. I think Felix even said someone was like saying like, he's like, this is not going to be favored by the algorithm. Yo, PewDiePie was the GOAT. He was one of the OGs. I just didn't care for his content. It did not interest me. There's no hate towards him. I don't like that type of. I never liked that type of content, but he definitely set a certain state. Like I think he just saw like, if I do this, I'm gonna become big. Like he saw something. I think he saw something in YouTube. I think a lot of I think I get why. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but I watched a video on like how he got started. And I was like, oh, he saw something. So did there was somebody else that I think they had like a good. I don't think they were gonna make that much, like maybe that much money or like be that big, but like they probably saw like, hey, I could maybe do this as a career if I keep going and going and going. And YouTube's requirements to be partner back then was even harder. It was actually worse. It was worse. It was way harder. Can't play anything now, so I'm just gonna do this. White. So it's cool. It's cool seeing these people, people like move over to Linux and enjoy free and open source software. We just need Markiplier. We just need Markiplier. Now to join. And then who else? Markiplier, QXC, we need them. That'd be cool. They're like, guys, just uninstall Windows. Like, Windows 11 is dog shit. Recall was a retarded thing, the most retarded thing. When I read what recall was, I was like, this is actually not only dumb, but it is so unnecessary. Why the fuck do you need to take snapshots? How can just use bookmarks, bro? What up, dog? What's going on, brother? Just use bookmarks. You don't need to fucking use recall. Bookmarks, bookmark. You could actually just host your own bookmark server. That would be better. Recall got recalled, ironically. No, it's back. It's not gone. I think they did something where enchantment, it's being destroyed. Later. It's not unironically. It got recalled, but I think they brought it back with like an option to disable it, or it's disabled or something. But it's not gone. It's retarded. It's honestly, figuratively and literally, the most retarded thing that Microsoft has done, and that's a stretch. That's a very hard thing to achieve. Microsoft has done a lot of retarded things, but they've peaked with that one. There is zero reasoning. Recall, then force back into Trash Pilot plus PCs. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do that. No. Is he hexproof? It's when jacked fucking... Is that a badger? Honey badger? Remember the weird obsession with honey badgers on the internet for some fucking weird reason? Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna... I think he's got trampled though. So it doesn't really do much, but we're gonna do that. Be hexproof. Damn. No tags. And then you have to remember also, there's not much of a choice when you have Windows. Like, I do not like seeing these people that run Windows and then they run all these scripts to debloat it, and then they do all these extra things to debloat it. Like, it's like, dude, just run Linux at that point, or just accept. I mean, like, what I will give, Windows security is very good. It is much better than, after like actually researching it, actually listening to people that work in this space point out the flaws of Linux. Linux gives you just choice. I'm not going to say that Microsoft security is weak. I'm not going to say that they don't have good security engineers, because I think they do. But I will say that it is a shit show for privacy, because it gives you, again, lack of choice. Two, three. Okay. Where X is 1 plus the number of basic line types. Oh. Oh, damn it. I fucked that one up. Vista and 11 were so bad that Jerryman International decided to use Ubuntu and tweaked it to make it yeah, that's awesome. Controversial take. I think if... Oh my god, this guy's a fucking cuck. Controversial take. I think my tax dollars should pay for... Should not be used on Microsoft. They should find a way to make it work. Like, they should use free and open source software. Damn, this guy's a fucking bitch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. Why'd block him? Damn, I really don't got shit. Oh my god, dude, what the fuck? Where are my cards, bro? God, I fucking hate Magic, bro. This stupid fucking cuck. What crack are they smoking where, like, I draw barely. Wait, I'm better off just taking the 5. I'm gonna take the 3. The 3. I'm gonna keep. This fucking stupid bitch. So I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be a time where this is gonna be like the year of the Linux, but all right, yeah, I lost this one. I'm not gonna waste my time. Nope. Yep. Damn. I hope the developers at Wizard West Coast, I hope they all choke on water tonight in the most painful way. And it is somewhat a problem with when you have, I guess, like, this is like my biggest gripe with Windows is it's forced in school. It's forced to be used in school. It's forced in a lot of college classes. It is forced at every point of your life. It is forced on manufacturing for computers. Like, you have zero choice. You have to get it, and you are paying for that license somewhere in that in that fucking cost, in that the price of the laptop, and is, to me, insane. Do I think that Windows security is good? But yeah, sure. But I should have choice when I'm buying a laptop, and Linux laptops are relatively new. And again, you generally, people that are gonna buy a Linux laptop have been using Linux beforehand. It's not just some random person. They're like, I think, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a Linux laptop. First off, most people probably don't want to invest all that time and then money, especially they're not cheap. Linux laptops are much more expensive. You can just, like I said, you can just get some really good ThinkPads and just throw Linux on yourself. But some of these laptops are very, 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 very expensive. Not that, like, Microsoft Surface Pros and Microsoft laptops aren't expensive. They are expensive. But I'm gonna lose it if I get that type. Where the fuck was this? Damn it. Should have played Fog Bank. So it's like we don't really have a choice, especially at birth. Like when we go into school and stuff, we are forced to use. God damn, this stupid fucking cuck. This fucking absolute retard. We don't have a choice, and because we use Linux. All right, I can't. This deck is really bad. Either this deck bad or the fucking shit stains that developed this game online is literally and figuratively just don't know how to make a good shuffling. Gonna go this route. So it's kind of sad that you are exposed to all this proprietary software, and they say, oh, it's universal, blah blah blah. They can make up all the shit they want. You can pick a universally accepted, well-maintained Linux distribution at this point, and if your school doesn't want to spend all this money on the fucking license, by the way, there's no way they're giving this for free. And if they are, that's even worse. They should just agree on a universally well-maintained enterprise level Linux distribution like Red Hat, maybe Ubuntu, Canonical, whatever, boom, and use it. It's simple. There's zero reasoning in society. There's zero reasoning that we should be forced to use proprietary software. Again, you have no choice. Unless you join like the computer club or whatever, but I remember I was in class for something and my teacher would not accept one of my fucking documents because I didn't know how to do they're like, this is not an accepted Word document for Microsoft, and I didn't know how to convert it because I was retarded at the time, how to convert it to like a Microsoft Word document to make it easy. And I'm like just like baffled, and I was like, I don't want to use like Windows like at all, and it was just somewhat annoying. I dual booted for a very short period of time, and then never ever went back. The only thing worse than Windows is Chrome OS. Calling that piece of secure is flat out lie. No, it's not. It is super secure. Chrome OS is probably out of the box one of the most secure operating systems you can get. Windows, the thing is, Windows gets a bad rep because they're huge. That's it. That's all it is. They're big, so they have just a higher rate of CVEs, but so does Linux. Linux had unpatchable. I've seen a lot of cool and based free open source projects by French devs in the nice, yeah. Oh, nice, based and cool. Chrome OS's security is actually like surprisingly well. It's very well documented by not even just people that do this for a living, but if you want just out the gate security, Google, again, I'm not talking about privacy, security. Google's good at security. Just straight up. They have a good secure system. They're secure. They have good security engineers. Windows is relatively secure. It's more secure than Linux out the gate. I mean, we could read the perspective on it. I'm not saying private. It's the thing is, we'll put it up. I'll show you. Google Chrome OS sandboxing is very excellent. That's like one of the highest levels of security. This is why virtualization is considered more secure than not, because when you virtualize something, escaping sandboxes is relatively rare and relatively complicated and relatively not a huge thing. I have to do this fucking one card. I don't have any fucking land. So in hindsight, Linux itself is less secure out of the gate than Windows. It's, like I said, a little bit more complicated than that. Chrome OS, to be honest, is hell itself. Windows privacy with Linux incompatibility without major package managers, so it sucks even more since I can't install Wine. So thank God I'm not using a Chromebook anymore. Windows privacy with Linux incompatibility without major package managers. Sure, you could say its privacy is terrible. I agree. I'm never gonna disagree with that. Ooh, he's gonna... Oh god, he's got toxic too. Damn it. But all in all, this guy's got a toxic deck. Oh, that's not good. Ooh, I might be okay. Okay. 2, 3, 5. Okay, maybe. But in all retrospect, again, I don't think that you gotta be sucking my balls, dude. What a fucking cunt. Alright, I lost this one. Wait. Yeah. It's got flying. Damn him! That's what I'm saying, bro. Magic the Gathering devs can suck my fucking balls. I hope they sleep really hot tonight in their AC breaks. And hold on, before I go back in there. Let's And the problem with Chromebooks is they are by different manufacturers, so they're all over the place. So you can get different performance versus one. There we go. Made that's what it is. I think they did. Brave the Goat. I do like Brave. Hit the live stream with some likes because for Brave. And I'll play a giant horn. I'll play a big old horn. Again, this is somewhat out. I wouldn't say outdated, but it probably still holds true. It's relatively old, but it's a very good. I think it's. But this is a good. They have a good breakdown. They have a good breakdown of like sandboxing, exploit mitigations. Like sandboxing is a technique used in isolate certain programs to prevent a vulnerability in the form of compromising the rest of the system by restricting access to unnecessary resources. All common browsers nowadays include a sandbox and utilize a multi-process architecture. The browser split itself up into different processes. Example: the content process, the GPU process, the RDD process, etc. Sandbox then sandboxes them individually, strictly adhering to the principles of least privilege. it is very important that the browser uses a sandbox, as it processes untrusted input by design, poses enormous attack surface, and is one of the most used applications on the system. Without a sandbox, any exploit in the browser can be used to take over the rest of the system, whereas with a sandbox, the attacker would need to chain their exploit with additional sandbox escape vulnerabilities, which again are very rare. This is something that we need to point out. And the Chrome OS is pretty much Android. By default, Android has strong security model, and it incorporates full system SE Linux policies, which a lot of Linux distributions do not do out of the gate. These are security Linux policies. A strong app sandboxing. Again, the sandboxing is what creates a very secure environment. This is what Graphene OS eventually wanted to do. It wanted to go to its own form of, in the way future. It wants to go to its own rolled OS, and it would use a way to virtualize Android so that you could further sandbox the environment. Or they wanted to go to something like this. If it's called gvisor. It's very cool. It's container security. So say we have a Graphene OS phone, and they made their own phone. They could take gvisor is the missing security layer. This is made by Google. It is a problem, and it sucks because they have an authoritarian reach over a lot of their software, and they're getting broken up right now, and that's a whole different complicated issue. But pretty much gvisor it improves container. It gives your KDAS, your SaaS, your serverless infrastructure, additional layers of security. It's kind of cool. It fortifies hosts and containers against escape and privilege escalation CVEs, enabling strong isolation for security critical workforce. So what you would do is you would take gvisor, you would put it on a phone, waiting for Graphene OS to support my 2.5-year-old nothing phone. They're never going to. Nothing would have to meet their, so they would phone either relock the, yeah, well, it's because to unlock the bootloader on another phone, you need to follow several steps. Enable developer options, install ADB, reboot. Please. So if you can relock the boot, so one of the strict requirements is being able to relock the bootloader. The next one is they have the new Qualcomm chips are going to support memory tagging. So memory tagging is a security feature implemented by CPUs to enhance memory safety by detecting and mitigating memory-related vulnerabilities. This technique involves associating a unique tag with each memory address, which is validated by the CPU during the memory access. Future Qualcomms will support this by default, and because it supports it by default, it is going to be more secure in its nature. So you have to remember that. That is one of their like anticipated features that Qualcomm's are going to bring over. And then you have to look at the Graphene. Oh, damn it. Graphene OS supported devices. It's freaking ask questions. They openly point out what they need. Recommended. Which device will be stored in the future? A non-exhaustive list of requirements for future devices which are standards met or exceed by current Pixel devices. Support for using alternative operating systems, including full hardware security functionality. That is an important one. complete monthly Android security bulletin patches without any regular delays longer than a week for device support. That is important. A lot of these manufacturers delay on. So Google hands out the security bulletin pretty much super fast, like very fast, and then it's up to the manufacturers or the phone manufacturers to deliver the update, and then it's somewhat on the carrier side of etc. Like it's a little complicated there, but mainly it's on they're like, hey Samsung, or like, hey Nothing Phone, you need to apply these patches. Here they are. They hand them out, and then it's up to them to apply it. Some of these fucking phone manufacturers just don't. Because they don't care about security's not it doesn't stay within mind. It costs money. It's expensive, whatever. But it's like it's like a bare minimum standard. It's literally a bare minimum standard. And only pixels in sight. So maybe when I get a only pixels in sight. So maybe when I get a refurb pixel, you could, but don't go anything lower than a 7. Because 7 year, the pixels now have 7 years. Device support code update to a new monthly, quarterly, and yearly release of the Android open source project with several months to provide new security improvements. Pixels receive these in the months that they are released. Linux 6.1, 6.6, or 6.12, generic curl image. Hardware acceleration, virtualization used by Graphene OS, ideally PKVM to match the pixels, but other usable interpretations may be acceptable. Hardware memory tagging, ARM, MTE, or equivalent. Hardware-based coarse grain control flow integrity. This is a CFI for baseline coverage where type bypass CFI isn't used or can't be deployed, or equivalent. This is actually quite common, is a lot of Linux distributions do not have actually controlled flow integrity built into them. This is a security thing. It's something Red Hat has a whole page in their book about this. PXN, don't know what that is. SPM equivalent, PAN, SMAP are equivalent, don't know what that is. Isolated radios, cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, NFC, SSDs, image processors, other components. A lot of people don't understand that these baseband boards and these radios and these motherboards are isolated from each other. So even if they were to be compromised at some level, they're actually not part of the main system. So this protects it in its entirety to a certain degree, unless they find a way to escape these virtualized environments. That is something to keep in mind as well. That's why when people are like, your baseband broadband can be hacked, and or like your there's an internal CPU that's listening and sending out information to the government while it's off, and there's no power to it, it's retarded. Verified boot with rollback protection for the OS, which is important. You want to make sure that you can't roll back to a previous version of Android that is insecure. Verified boot with rollback protection for firmware. Verified boot key fingerprint for yellow boot state displayed on the secure hash. Strongbox key store provides secure element. I think Strongbox is something to do where your encryption keys are stored. Hardware key attestation support for the Strongbox key store. Attest key support for hardware key attestation to provide pinning support. Weaver disk encryption key duration throttling provided by secure element. Insider attack resistance for updates for the secure element. That's why the Pixels Titan chip is super cool. Like it's its own separate part of the board that's actually very based. Inline disk encryption acceleration with warped key drive. I forgot what Weaver disk was, but there's Wi-Fi anonymity support, including MAC address randomization, probe sequence number randomization, and no other leak identifiers. Graphene OS does this. It's really cool. It randomizes the MAC address every time you connect to the Wi-Fi. It is pretty based. Support for disabling USB data, also USB as a whole at a hardware level in the USB controller. This is what their Type-C implementation is, kind of. So what it does in a very simple to understand is at the hardware level, it actually prevents you to send data through it. You can do it. You can pick this at the software level, but it does this at the hardware level. You can make it where it only accepts a charge. That's it. that is super important for your security, because then no one can inject any malicious malware. This is slight a part of the verified boot. It is not the only thing. It's not only a physical thing, but there is some physical aspect to it. In order to be supported for device, the appropriate resources also need to be available and dedicated towards it. Release for each supported device needs to be robust, stable, with all the standard functionality working properly at testing of each release. The expectation is for people to buy a secure device meeting our requirements to run Graphene OS. Broad device support would imply mainly supporting very badly secure devices, unable to support our features. It would also take a substantial amount of resources away from our work, privacy, and security, especially since a lot of them closely tied to the hardware, such as USB-C port control and fixing or working around memory corruption bugs, etc. That is something that people do also not understand, is hardware security is a afterthought. A lot of people don't even think about it. They don't think about like your chip having a vulnerability in it that could leak all your information out, or it might be vulnerable to side channel, like side channel attacks or whatever, or any other vulnerability at the hardware level. Your microphone gets compromised or something like that, where they could listen to all your passwords being typed, etc., etc. I mean, like, you just go through like hardware security documentation. It's very interesting. That's why Chrome OS is actually really unironically very secure. It does very good sandboxing. That's just like the misconception is like, so like Android phones in general have better security than most desktops, because Android itself at the base level has really good sandboxing and separation. That's why it's kind of nice, little fat cool understanding of it. Like, people think phones are like all these insecure devices and they can be hacked. I mean, I'm not gonna say they can't, but so Pixels have the best security, hardware security, and security out the gate, because Google does all the maintenance and does it and releases everything and makes sure it's patched and updated, pretty fast. So that's something to keep in mind. But Android in itself is relatively secure. Samsung has definitely picked up its shoes in the security knocks, in security in general. It's a little bit better, but they have such a huge list of devices that they fall behind on some things, and they're a little lazy in some other things, and they have a lot of bloat. They have a lot of bloatware, which is surprising. It's not surprising, actually, now that I mention it. They have like Samsung this, Samsung, and some of it's not removable. So if you want to, you can. There's a tool you can use called AB Universal Android Debloater. You can remove if you had to pick out of all the Android vendors and you did not pick a Pixel and you do not run Graphene OS, I would pick a Samsung, and I would get Android Universal Debloater, and I would debloat all the shit that they ship it with. Like, I would remove stuff they do not need to be, that does not need to be there, and I would remove on. The refurbs are a steal. Definitely getting one with my one phone dies. Yeah, that's awesome. But I would hold off. It might be hard. It might be hard for Graphene OS to maintain their I'm slightly memeing, because a lot of people are starting to spread now information because they're caught wind of Graphene OS's team struggling with this right now, and they think for whatever reason that they are no longer going to maintain. So people start shilling their shitty, insecure devices, and this is becoming a problem. So people are spreading rumors and FUD. They're like, "Oh, Graphene OS is cooked. They're done for. Come use my super secret retard phone," and you're like, "What the fuck?" So it's a lot of these grifters are coming out of the woodworks because they caught wind, and it sucks. It's actually a disappointment. Liberator. So I think most people, if they can, still go with Graphene OS. It's still probably a good option. What is this, by the way? Like, what crack are these fucking retards smoking? Why is everyone getting their creatures out? But me. Oh my god. Alright. I'm cooked. I'm already I hate Magic for this. I really do. There's such a shitty, it's such a shitty game. It just makes me angry. There's no way that you could enjoy a game where you're like, you've optimized the fucking deck. You know what I mean? You're going off their recommendations. You're going above their recommendations for land, and these retards literally fucking just make fundamentally the worst matchmaking and shuffling system on the planet. And it sounds like I'm coping. I don't even care when I win. When I win and I see someone get like a shit, like I know they got a shit hand, I'm just like, that's just disappointing. So we're gonna play a little where we at to do. It's the based option. I wonder, is Pixel devices illegal in other countries? Yo, this is actually kind of crazy. So, there is no indication that Pixel phones are illegal in any other countries other than Japan. In Japan, a court has specifically banned the sale, import, and public display of the Pixel 7 series device due to a patent infringement ruling involving Panchi's LTE-related technology. The court also cited Google's insincere attitude during the legal process as a contributing factor of the ban. Panchit is reportedly pursuing similar legal action to extend the bans to 8 and 9 series, but no final rulings have been made on those models yet. Japan is a particularly significant market for the Google Pixel device with the strong sales performance, especially for the Pixel 7 and 7a model. There's no evidence in the context similar. Wow. Google Pixel in countries that are not officially supported. Poland is not officially supported, however, since recently 5G works in the Orange network. Interesting. So Japan apparently does not like Pixels. Because of some patent law, which is kind of crazy. Bounty Hunter, free roam. Ooh, shootout series. Load up for a shootout series and get ready for the fight of your life. Free roam. Head to the Rockstar Games launch store to get universal currency that greases the wheels of any transaction. Gold bars with gold you can cook it on. Okay, yeah. Motherfuckers just want their money. Wow. Interesting. We about to see ourselves a shootout. Hmm. You have to wait for someone? I guess we waiting. You're being moved to a free roam. Matchmaking will continue. Search from okay. I assume it's not as big as GTA's Balls or something, but that's because Rockstar. You know what? My favorite game was Bully. I love one of my absolute favorite games from them was Bully. I should go on a shooting spree, guys. That's what I'm gonna do. Like this guy right here. He's dead. Him too, the witness. Always remember, guys, always take out the witness. Him dead too. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, I'm done. I'm dead. Killed by lawman, shot with a rolling block rifle. That is his right, brother.
Don't you draw that thing on me.
Alright, time to leave. Oh, hell yeah, law enforcement. We are going to end it. Crime reported. What did I do?
Ay, mi madre, ay, mi madre. Help me, someone, please.
Damn it.
Nice evening.
Folks around here are getting real worried about all the robberies and shootings.
Is that weapon really necessary? J'aime pas du tout ça.
Damn it! Get away from me! Get away from me already! God! Stop him already!
You're dead, you cocksucker!
Damn. GG's on that one. Okay, respawn. Let's host her. Apparently running is not good.
Good evening, mister. It's
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh heavens to Betsy. They took me out. All right. What other games do I have? Oh, tarot. We do have tarot. A very nice, chill cozy game. Very, very, very based. We're gonna do English. Single play. Ooh. Name is Ligma. Beautiful. I was looking at memes. Dude. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Yeah, based. Very nice chill game. Be careful. I'm gonna process scam you. Some patient. Okay. Killing bunnies is cruel, period. Wow. Very nice and based of them. Nice. It's like Mario, but for Minecraft users. Nice chill, cozy game. Chill stream. No anger. Anger gone. Oh, I can punch down too. Nice. Woo. Fuck. Where's oh, I don't have. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. F1. I always switch weapons. I don't know how to switch weapons. These guys are not stopping either. Oh, and there's more. Okay, there we go. Damn. This guy cooked me. Oh. No. I'm a monster. Harden. Ditch the Nintendo Switch 2. Mario on Cubes is the best gaming platform with guarded security, of course. Yeah, of course. You shouldn't get the Switch 2 because Sony's lost touch with reality. Oh, damn it. Kill this motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. Pickaxe of death, bitch. Yeah. That'll teach him. That'll teach whatever the fuck species that is. Where's my health? Oh, I'm good. Desert time. Oh, yeah. Bird fucked. Fuck that bird. Oh. think there was a way I could dig somewhere. Ooh, 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 ooh. Damn it. It's strong. Oh shit. Thing is very strong. Can't see him. I wanted to ask, if I may, what does MTP mean? Like, oh, I meant to do Magic the Gathering. I meant to do MTG, but I'm retarded. Oh, this is not good. Need to run. I cannot see. Oh, oh god. No light? Oh, I thought it was some cool inner joke you had. No, but I'm drowning. Damn. I need a lantern, dog. I got cooked. Like pseudomount tech T bus. I'm so retarded right now, huh? Bad joke. Press sense. Instant regret. Oh damn. I'm about to die. And I'm good. I need a torch. I don't get a torch, I'll be fucked. I'll be cooked. Oh, nice. Shit. 16. Damn it. Oh, fuck. Can't do Linux humor, you guys. Sorry. No, you're good. I got my cheeks clapped. Oh, shit. Linux humor is its own. Time for schizo reading. Oh man, I thought it was really eating chips close to that microphone since it was just really, that'd be crazy. Just eating bag o' chips. That does sound good. I do love chip. Chip good. Oh, man. All his guys do is eat hot chips and lie. True. Yeah, I was thinking he sure likes his Doritos. I do not eat Doritos. There's milk in that, brother. There is one vegan Dorito though. It's a spicy sweet chili, one of my favorites. Bro just did a fat line. That'd be kind of funny. No cap. You gotta spam 30 likes, guys. I don't know if this actually does anything. I'm gonna put emojis in the chat. Oh, I can engage with you guys. Start a Q&A, start a poll. Best Dorito. Sweet chili or Cool Ranch. Important options. Gotta go to doing no dark net daily dark dot live. I would never do drugs. I would never abuse drugs. I love them. Or is it Darknet Daily? Dark Web Daily. Damn. I always get it wrong. Yo, Doritos Blazed. Blaze it is vegan. That's crazy. Based, actually. Doritos Dynamite. Based. Takis based. Some stuff, like, it doesn't make sense that it has milk in it. Like, why do pickle chips have milk in it? You can just... That's the one that makes me angry. Is Dread still relevant? Pitch. Tour 66, that's what it is. Mr. Stallman dresses like he's never seen meat in his life, but the dad bod is like the only unindulged in pork chops. I too got the Stallman bod. Gnu is in my jeans now. True. That should be a new body type. Richard's the GNU bod. That'd be funny. Fresh onions, guys. gonna grab some water. Hydrate, guys. Do some jumping jacks. Rip. Where to buy fentanyl? It's kind of funny. Nice tried, feds. Lure to pay market. All kinds of goods. Bethlehem onion mail server. Hmm. Hmm. Pure MDMA. George Clooney would have loved that. Just wait 9 seconds. Hmm. Onion mails. Rules. Info. Bethlehem is an onion mail server that is not managed by the community mentioned above. Hmm. Paste. Rules. Help. Interesting. Keep that pinned. Yo, guys, look. The graphics must be cool. Oh. They accept JavaScript. Damn it. We'll never know. Dark Web Daily. Tool search. It's going to be search. We the North. Tor Zone. Shadow. What's this? If you want to see some real hardcore stuff on the ClearNet forums, forum topics of Adderall, probably. I've seen drugs before. God of Thunder proofs. Thor. What is this? Why aren't you guys loading? Very sus. Interesting. Going back here. DDoS protection, guys. L, I think. R. No, it's R. 3. X. 9. I. I don't know what the fuck. Nope. Q. W. X. A. E. W again. Nope. W. E. P. No. Y. D. L. Will it ever change? I think I got it. Oh, fuck, you're real time to get by escrow money. I love these. Pre-installed access while watch cameras, upload, full device pack tracking, intercept messages, undetectable hacking service. I love these sites. Let's do new tab. Yo. These markets look a little, oh, okay, it works, without JavaScript. See, you don't need JavaScript, guys. Adderall is prescribed legal medicine. Yeah, but if you don't have a prescription for it, it is considered illegal. Pac-Man LSD, that's crazy. I just love these sites because they're so funny. Oxymorphone. Like, someone took pictures of these. How do you get protection from DDoS on Tor? Any tips? You're not going to be DDoSed. Tor sites are going to be DDoSed. Like, you yourself cannot be DDoSed. But if you have a site up, then you use, there's already companies that do that. You can just set up Cloudflare. If Tor's not working for you, that means someone's blocking it, and then you have to use bridge. You have to use bridges. Like, bridges are fundamentally the way you can kind of hide that you're using Tor, sort of. They can use you for a DDoS, right? No, your computer would have to be infected. And if your computer's infected, then you you won't be able to use, like, you'll see it. Most IoT, it's mainly IoT devices anyways, and maybe like boomers' computers. Like you would pull up your system resources, and if you start seeing like 50 gigs of like 50% CPU usage and like all these like insane signs and processes being used when you're just doing nothing, then yeah, you probably part of a botnet, buddy. And then all you have to do is just wipe your computer and reinstall your operating system. But you aren't protecting yourself from a DDoS. You would be protecting yourself from being compromised. Hacking services. Get access on any smartphone. Intercept MMS, SMS, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, Telegram, chats. Watch on camera in real time. Call audio recordings. Remote capture, camera capture. Upload and download data. Get real-time geolocation. Totally undetectable. With our platform, you will have real-time access to any phone. Our platform creates 100% FUD, completely undetectable. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Automated, persistent, backdoor designed to take full control of a device by adding code to the legitimate applications. Wow. Phone hacking complete, $600. Full access to the entire device. Conversations from all the installed messaging apps. Call logs, audio, SMS sent and received. Photos and taken within the camera. Real-time GPS. Yeah, not a problem, man. Twitter, Snapchat, GPS location. This is crazy. This is stupid. Some of our most powerful features of phone hacking: full device access, database access encrypted, make calls to phone numbers. Spy WhatsApp. Choose the service. SS7 phone tapping, 3 days. Like, that's a real thing, but I highly doubt they have access to that. But you can get, some of these brokers can sell it. Spy WhatsApp. My name. Big balls. Continue the payment. Will it still work with that? Oh. No at gmail.com. I have big balls. Continue to payment. It's over. Ship exactly the amount of Bitcoin above. I wonder how many. Let's look at this. Illy ping 600 back. Buck cash out. You hear my dad trying to talk with me while eating soup. There we go. Yeah. Let's see if anyone sent something to that. Why do these guys got to make all this shit complicated? Bitcoin Explorer. Onion available. Based. Damn it. Let's do it over here. Let's do Okay, so they're not super dumb. Type P2WK total receive. So 0. So they probably make a new address consistently. Interesting. I do love soup too, so kind of based. Let's do this. Top onions. Trust Wiki. Trust BTC. Quick money. I never got this one to work. Bitcoin station, top of BC Wall, Bitcoin generator, Bitcoin private key shop. Huh. Ooh, sweet chili, 50%. 50%. One ranch and one sweet chili based. True. That is. While this loads. Private key shop. Welcome to the Bitcoin private key shop. A private key in the context of Bitcoin is a secret number that allows Bitcoin to be spent. Every Bitcoin wallet contains one or more private keys, which is saved to the wallet file. The private keys are mathematically related. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is fake. They would be paying $600. You have no proof they have ownership of these anyways. For each address, we made a screenshot of the Exodus wallet with the private key. In addition, you can use a blockchain explorer. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. They could they could literally just fake this. We sell the results of our hacks and exploits because we don't want to be investigated. If we spend Bitcoin address balance, maybe the authorities can investigate us, but if different people spend the Bitcoin, nobody's investigating anything. Well, I'm in flaming hot Cheetos, best chip ever, but don't rub your eyes when you're eating it. Surprisingly, the UK has a vegan version of hot Cheetos. Apparently. From what I remember. Interesting. Yeah. Apparently, its balance is $60,000. $69K, nice. Like, there's probably like hacked or definitely there's probably hacked and like compromised like wallets, and they're just like, well, we can buy this. Like, what did they accept? What is? I think in my area there is no such thing as non-vegan chips. In ways surprised to me when you said it. I thought it's all vegan. I mean, like Doritos, Cheetos. No, there's also a lot of chips that just put milk in there unnecessarily, and it doesn't make too much sense. Yeah, buy private keys for the address. Let's see, 0. Yeah, we totally won't screw you over. I mean, there could be good people out there. Not that this is good. They're committing a crime actually, but there could be honest criminals out there really doing this. Deep hole, 10 extra codes and 24 hours officially hidden service anonymous. Black butterfly 666 link collection. I'm gonna do this one off, just in case. Okay. And you're not found? Dark tools, credit card fools, Caribbean. I mean, there's probably people out there that do offer this, and it's real, but most of the time, if not, you're getting scammed, or you are talking to a federal agent 99% of the time. Like, I assume, like I said, there's probably some people that do not care, and they're like, fuck it, whatever. Oh. Buyer and seller agreed in terms of sale. Buyer pays trust BTC and funds are locked. Seller delivers the product buyer. Funds are, oh, interesting. Hmm. Flamin' Hot Twisted Cheetos in UK are accidentally vegan. Flamin' Hot Twisted Cheetos are labeled as vegetarian. So we know the flavorings do not contain any meat, milk, and eggs are allergens. They must clearly be labeled in bold according to based. You need to go to Iceland, guys. Get some vegan Cheetos. Wow. I've been spotting in UK, but there is no guarantee they'll be in stock at your local branch. You can buy vegan Cheetos on Amazon. You can choose from the case of 30 K bags. Oh, nice. The British did something right for once. Shit's probably expensive. Oopsies. Based. I wish I was in Iceland. Probably Another place I want to visit. Yeah. Looks cool. I'd like to visit Iceland one day. All right, guys. It's top of the hour, midnight. Everyone, thank you for joining me. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Join the chat. Join the rooms. Support my work by sending me 5 million Monero coins so I can help the circular economy. I'll be back tomorrow.